Hi, everybody. It is July 23rd, and this is our second Zoom call for July Coach Basics. Excited to be here. Tonight's conversation is going to be about our top 3 tips for new coaches. Rose, Jayshree, and I have each come up with our top 3, and these are organically ours. They're topics that we've come up with as we've been pursuing our business and our journey here with Beachbody that have been our top 3 that we would love to be able to share with you. We're going to take about like 5-10 minutes each and open up to questions and conversations for the next 30 minutes or so. So my top 3 that I'm going to be talking about, 1 is personal development, 2 is being authentic, and the 3rd one is using your upline and sharing the business opportunity. The first one being personal development, and I know that it's part of the 3 vital behaviors in regards to being a successful Beachbody coach. For me personally, it has completely metamorphosized the way that I look at myself in this journey of Beachbody. It's the way that I look at myself in this journey of life. It's the way that I presented myself as far as a friend, a daughter, a partner, and as well as a coach, to be able to learn phenomenal tools in order to help me grow and expand my business as well as my journey in this life. And I know people kind of look at personal development as being the kind of like, oh yeah, I'll do that one tomorrow, or, not really the important one of the vital behaviors. I honestly can't stress to you enough how juicy and awesome and important it is to really be taking care of yourself and progressing as a person on this journey. For example, a prime example of one of the reasons why I love personal development so much is I used to, when I first started this business, if someone said no to me or not right now when I was sharing the opportunity with them, whether it's from the business side or the nutritional side, whatever it looks like, I used to take it really personally. And I would be upset and I would get frustrated and I'd say, screw this, I'm going to quit. Now my perspective of it is, great, you're saying no to me, awesome. I don't have to waste my time on you. I can now go to somebody or share with somebody who's really going to be impacted by this, who's going to appreciate the benefit of what Shakeology or one of our fitness programs has to offer. And it allows me to place my energy on people who are really going to be able to, who really need it. It's helped me share better with other people. It's helped me take care of myself. It's helped me embrace my inner badass. This is my new favorite book. It's Your Inner Badass by Jen Sincero, and I totally recommend it to everybody. It's awesome. But it's just so huge to take those couple of minutes to read 10 pages or listen to 20 minutes of audio. That's what I do personally, a lot of audio because I drive a lot. And just really absorb as much as you can. It'll make you a better coach, I swear. The second part of it is being authentic. The authenticity and how you show up to the people that you're chatting with, as well as on social media, is really what is going to attract people to your business, as well as establish trust between you and the community that you're working with, and is what is going to make you a legendary coach. One of the top mistakes that I see a lot of new coaches doing on social media is saying, I'm running a 21-day fix challenge group, buy it from this link, and you're throwing up your website. In my eyes, that's a huge no. There is nothing fun, different, spicy, exciting about doing something along those lines. However, when you share with people from a real, authentic, vulnerable place on your social media, or when you're talking to someone on the phone and you're sharing with them your why after you've asked them what their why is. So you're talking to them, you know what their goals are, you know what their why is, what their reasoning is, always the first question. And as you're sharing back and forth, anyone can go to beachbody.com and buy a program, or Shakeology.com and buy a bag of Shakeology. But what they're really investing in and what they're excited about is you. You're the one who's going to make their experience. You're the one who's going to bring them to the next level of their life. And let's be real, when everybody's on their journey of fitness and nutrition, it gets vulnerable and it gets crazy and you want to quit, or you're super excited and you want to celebrate. Whatever that looks like, when you show up as an authentic individual in a non-creepy way that you're sharing, so non-salesy, just really being yourself on Facebook and social media, it's going to bring people into your life who are going to invest in you and vice versa. The last one being sharing the business opportunity and utilizing your upline. You guys, I'll tell you, when I first started signing up coaches, I never talked to Lisa about it. I started to do it, and every single time I messed it up. Finally got to the point where she's like, Joanna, you're cut off. You are not doing this by yourself anymore. So when I started utilizing my upline to do three-way calls with prospects to help me sign up coaches on the website, help me figure out team strategy, I learned so much during that time period. It is so amazing and valuable to do a three-way call with your upline coach. First of all, they've been in it longer. They know more than you. It's a reality. It's fact. So you're there and you're able to absorb all this really juicy, interesting information that you might not know or might not know how to best express it or communicate it or what have you. And so you're learning as well as your prospect is learning, and you both have that really sacred space with one another. So utilize your upline, guys. It's so amazing. And sharing the business opportunity. Logistically, it's $3.70 some odd cents for you to have the most amazing superfood shake, the healthiest meal of the day, and be a small business owner. That is inexpensive. And this business is literally changing lives for so many different people. For me, I have my story in regards to it, and I think a lot of you know what that is already. And I know that there can be some trepidation about sharing the business opportunity when you're first starting off as a coach, but it is a true gift for you to be able to share with someone, your passion for Shakeology, and if they want to share it forward with other people, there's huge financial freedom in regards to that. So it's something to kind of role play with your upline about how to best present the business opportunity. You guys can work on it together and share those things. But I really encourage you, even though it might feel a little weird at first, or maybe in your own way it seems kind of creepy, but it's honestly one of the best things that you can be doing for someone. Invite them to one of those sneak peeks that a bunch of us have been doing, or a webinar. Some of our upline coaches on our mother team, Tiered Bearcat, do intros to the business, what it looks like to be a coach. It's a really phenomenal opportunity to invite people into our community.
Yay!
Dasha, you're next.
I'm next?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, why not? So I want to talk about clarity, patience, and don't take it personally. So in regards to clarity, there are really three subcategories that I have been focusing on, and that is communication, vision, and why. So I'll tell you what I mean. Obviously, we hear clarity and we think, oh, I want to speak clearly. But having clear communication actually has so much to do with working on boundaries. And no boundaries. You can give a little amen in your head. Yeah, I need to work on boundaries. Because having a proper process and set up for your health, for your business, for your family, for your structure will equal play and structure will equal success. So for me, I've had to get really clear about my visioning. And what I mean by that is not just having an overall idea of why. And that's why, like, Joanna and Rose especially have been really on you guys in a loving way in the comments about getting clear. They keep saying, well, why this? Well, why this? Well, why this? Because getting specific brings results. And this is not a quick process. This is a lifelong process. So when you're talking about your vision of, like, who you want, for me, I didn't do that at the beginning. And I got a lot of coaches who came in and went out, or a lot of coaches who ended up just not being about the business or sharing at all, and then kind of trailed off. I had to start getting really clear about who it was I wanted on my team. And this may be a little bit advanced from when you're starting, but just have that in mind. Get really clear about who you want to invite into your world, who you want your business partners to be, because your coaches are actually your business partners. And the third part of that is the why. So obviously getting super clear about your why and going back to it. It's like a vision board. You do a vision board once, great. But in a year, it's definitely time to do a vision board again, because whether you're putting houses or cars or money or love or friends or whatever on it, it's going to change and it's going to evolve. So your health is part of that why, and your health is always changing and always growing. Your business is the same thing. So, of course, as Joanna spoke to, the personal development, all of that stuff helps you continue the process of journeying through what your why is. Again, clarity, communication, boundaries, how you speak, how you project yourself, and then your vision, and then your why. So the second issue I want to talk about is patience. This is a lifelong business opportunity. I've now been drinking Shakeology for however long, year and a half, and I have my own story, and one of the parts of my life are these migraines, and they're like the bane of my existence. I've had them forever, and yet I'm a yoga teacher, and I'm a healer, and I'm healing, and I'm vegan, and I'm healthy, and all that jazz. It doesn't matter. I have to deal with this issue, and a lot of it has to do with going deeper and deeper into my digestion and figuring out my mindset and my workaholicness or whatever it is that's creating any dis-ease in my body. Well, I have to take that on as a lifelong process and not expect a quick fix. And my business is the same thing. So for example, even if you go through these cycles of like nothing happening, there will be a time and a season, and that might be in 2 days or 2 weeks, for it to come back. And the biggest way I have found this is in understanding that you are growing your worldwide or global or communal, even if you want to bring it down to your family business through your community, and that never ends. The pool of people for you to choose from never ends, because everyone you meet is going through their process in health, fitness, mental clarity, cleansing, all that stuff. Everyone needs help. And in all of this time that I've been practicing in my health process and drinking Shakeology, I've still yet to find someone who can actually say to me, it's not a good product. And the most recent, and I'm a super snob, and the people I work with are all holistic and they're snobby, and then I don't deal so much with Western doctors and stuff because they don't, I don't mean any offense if anyone's a doctor, I just, Western and Eastern ideas are very different. Most recently, this goddess, her name is Margie Flint. She is an herbalist, and she's like the master on the North Shore. She's like the only one. And I was so worried she was going to hate my Shakeology, you know? She loved it. And yesterday she signed up as a coach. So I'm super excited about that. And so again, just know it's always happening. And if you expand your visioning and expand your idea of who you can bring in, it will never end, even if it goes slow sometimes. Finally, don't take it personal. Well, we're all working on this, always, but it comes back to the idea that sharing is not selling, and that being motivated about sharing doesn't mean you're going to do it the same way as Rose or Joanna or me or anyone else. It means you're going to find, as Joanna said, your authentic voice. But it's really important that you not take rejection personally. I learned this a long time ago because I was an actor my whole life. And even as a professional, I was rejected all the time because I wasn't right, per se, for them that day, for the role. That has nothing to do with me. That just has to do with time, place, and circumstance. So for your clients, there's a time, place, and circumstance where the stars are going to align and they're going to say yes. And if you just keep with your process of being patient, being energetic, being caring, being authentic, then there will be a time, place, and circumstance that it works for them or not. Either way, don't take it personally. It's not even our responsibility or our right to take someone else's process as our own. Even if you're a therapist, even if you're a doctor, even if you're a healer or a coach, it's still not our process. We can only present, share, engage, and apply those same things in our own life and shine in that way. That's it.
That was great. Before I did my 3 top tips, I did want to say to you guys, I've done many Coach Basics. I couldn't even tell you, maybe this might be like the 10th or 15th Coach Basics that I've coached, but the group of coaches that we have are really special. You guys have been really amazing, especially with digging in with your whys. I'm just, reading some of them, and I know I talked to Joanna yesterday about this, like, just brought tears to my eyes. You guys being so open and vulnerable really really shows that you guys are in for this, for yourselves, for your families, and it means a lot to you. So it means a lot to us, and we're here always to help you guys, and realize that we do read every single one of your posts, even if we don't get to it very quickly. It will be read, and it does matter. And I'm just happy that you guys are being just so awesome in the group and really commenting and doing, what you're supposed to be doing, just learning little by little and taking our advice. And, we're all in this together, and you guys are, just doing the process slowly and learning, and then looking at that process and then changing it a little bit. So, what you are doing today might not be what you're doing tomorrow, because you're going to change it to see how it's going to work for everybody. So without going off too much topic, so my first tip is stay positive. It is in this business very easy to get down on yourself. It's easy to take things personally and think, oh, they're saying no to me. And it's not. Just like Joshua said, it's the time, and do not take it personally. It's not about you. It's about them. So stay positive, when you get a no. It doesn't mean no forever. It just means no, not right now. I did want to share a story today. I got a message from a friend I went to high school with. I've been talking to her for 6 months. 6 months. And she finally just said, okay, tell me what this Shakeology thing is about. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know where this was coming from, because I was just talking to her casually. I wasn't really throwing anything down her throat. And, I said, yeah, it's great. It's really helped me out. What's piqued your interest right now? And she just said, I've been watching you constantly, and I just love how real you are. And she said, I've been watching other people, but you don't make it yucky. And I said, oh, that's really nice, because I don't want to be yucky or be a salesperson on there. So for her to acknowledge that I am truly just sharing my story and not, throwing out like a Beachbody logo on my post. I'm doing it more about my story and how I'm doing the 3-day refresh. Not, here, do you want to buy it? Here's my link, or here, it's on sale for $140 when you get Shakeology. No, I've just been sharing what I'm doing for the past 3 days. So she's saying that that's being authentic. So make a long story short, some people are going to say no, but it might take them that 6 months to realize, okay, this might be something good for me. This might work with my life. And I think Rose is the one that's going to help me to do this. I've been watching her, and she's been consistent with it. So also with staying positive, going back to what Joanna said, personal development is just key in everything. The one thing with the 3 vital behaviors that if you're not doing any of them, at least do personal development. I mean, that will just change you not only for this business, but it will change your life absolutely, completely. Turned me to the opposite person. I would never have been on a video conference call with people before. I would probably be sweating bullets. I still do get a little bit nervous, but it totally brought me out of my shell, made me have a better relationship with my family, with my husband, and just made me a better person overall, and just have a better outlook on life and how to look at the brighter side of things and be more positive, and how to bring that into my life, and bringing that into other people's lives. Because once you change on how you project yourself, people are going to react to you differently. So once they see that positivity change in you, it's going to affect other people as well. You know, and if you are having a bad day and you just can't, you know, get that positivity out of you, go to the team page. We've all been there. We all know how you feel. You know, just say, man, I'm just having a shitty day. Like, I need some help with this, that, or I need a little boost or a laugh or something. We've all been there. We can, you know, tell you, just like Josh Reese said, you have these up and down, these valleys and these peaks where, you know, 1 week you're not going to hear anything from anyone. And then all of a sudden the floodgates open up and you're like, whoa, what happened? So just stay with it. You know, the team is always here to help you. If it's not from the Coach Basics group directly, go to Team Spirit and just ask for help. We're always there. And then what Lisa posted today in Team Spirit about watching what you say to yourself. When you say negative things about yourself, like I'm not good enough, or this is too hard. When you start saying all those negative things, your mind is only hearing, this is hard, I'm not good. And that can really, you know, put you down and stop that that kind of flow of consistency you had. So you need to really watch what you're saying, and instead of saying, you know, this is hard or I'm trying so hard, just say, you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of the right words off the top of my head, but you know, just say, I'm doing such a great job with this. You know, this is going to take me a short amount of time. I can do this. Like also when I try to envision like bringing coaches in, I don't say it's hard to bring coaches in. I say, you know, I allow these coaches to come to me. You know, you always just want to put a positive spin on the words that you're trying to use, or trying to, you know, even when you're posting in Team Spirit about something, just think, how can I, you know, just put a positive spin on this. My number 2 tip is make new friends. 10 minutes, I should talk fast. Make new friends. This whole business is about relationships. So one of the next 3 vital behaviors is invite, invite, invite. It doesn't mean that you have to invite somebody to your challenge group. It doesn't mean that you have to invite people to your, you know, to be a coach. All it means is just make a relationship with somebody. Start making new friends. You know, do the 5 friends per day on Facebook. Start talking to people when you go out to grocery stores, or if you're at a birthday party and you don't know anybody, just walk up to them. Say, hey, my name is Rose. You know, how are you? What do you do for a living? Have you lived in New Jersey for a while? Have you been on any vacations in the summer? Do you have any kids? Just, you know, strike up a conversation and say, hey, are you on Facebook? Let's be friends. Bam. And then you have a new friend. And it's all about just getting people into your network. And then they can see what you're writing in your posts and how you're sharing your life. And so you don't need to automatically start off with Beachbody with inviting to a challenge group or inviting to be a coach. You can just start forming a relationship with them and then just share on Facebook, and they will automatically see what you're posting. The last one of my top tips is consistency. We've all, I think, dabbled in this with our top tips, but being consistent is just key. If I gave up on my high school friend that I talked to today and say, you know, in February, I decided to quit Beachbody, nothing would have happened. Why? Because I quit. It's easy to quit. It takes work to stay in this. But if you see being consistent and doing your 3 posts on Facebook and keep inviting and keep doing your personal development, you're going to grow. There's just no way that you're not going to. You are. You're just doing the following up with people. So consistency on all levels, consistency of following up with people, consistency with posting, consistency with working out and drinking your Shakeology and being healthy for yourself and eating clean, all those things you have to be consistent with. I always tell this to people, you know, do you just brush your teeth once and say, my teeth are clean forever, I don't need to brush my teeth anymore? No, you have to continually brush your teeth or else you're going to have rotten teeth and bad breath, and nobody likes that. And the same thing goes for your health and your nutrition. You know, you got to drink your shake. You have to work out. You can't just work out once and have these big, gorgeous muscles. It's not going to work. It has to be consistency. Consistency in the Coach Basics, what you're in right now. Make sure you're doing, you know, the 5 to 10 minutes, checking up on the post once a day. Make a time, you know, you're going to wake up 10 minutes earlier to do this, or you're going to stay up 10 minutes later at night. You just have to be consistent with it, because you don't want it to pile up later on the weekend and you go, oh boy, now I have 5 things to do. It would have been easy if you just scheduled a little bit ahead of time and got it done in 10 minutes in one day. And then just being consistent, obviously, with your personal development. I touched on that. But, you know, audio, or if it's the National Wake Up Call, or just finding something motivational on YouTube. You know, it doesn't have to be a personal development book, but just anything that you're going to learn and continue to grow, you know, yourself. It doesn't have to be businessy, but just to continue your personal growth.
That was awesome, Rose. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey.
Okay, we have 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to throw out there? This is your time.
I love the post that you posted about Johnny the Bagger. That was amazing.
Good.
Just had to share that.
Good.
That was amazing. I shared it on my Facebook because it brought me to tears and it was so inspiring.
Awesome.
Anyways.
Anybody else?
Everyone's being shy.
Don't be shy.
All right, well, I'll call it an evening. Feel free to connect with any of us personally if you want more information on some of the things that we talked about as our 3 top tips, or throw things out on the page. I will put the recording of this on the page, and thank you all so much for your time. Have a perfect evening.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.